Good morning. We're ready to go ahead and get started this morning. I'm Gary Manns. I'm the Associate Vice President for Marketing and Communications for USA Health. It's my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you here. We wish that everybody could be here in person to help us celebrate this extraordinary day as we formally cut the ribbon on the Fanny Meisler Trauma Center located here at University Hospital. But we're grateful for those of you who have joined us virtually through our link that we provided you. For decades, the healthcare providers at University Hospital have been who the people throughout the upper Gulf Coast region have come to for their specialized care, especially for trauma, stroke, and burns. Today we celebrate the completion of a new facility that expands our ability to care for those who come to us. We're in the season of the holidays, and today marks the first full day of Hanukkah. I'm happy to say that Rabbi Stephen Silverman will deliver a blessing before a few of the individuals who have made this facility possible provide brief remarks. You'll hear from Owen Bailey, CEO of USA Health, Dr. John Marymont, USA Vice President for Medical Affairs and Dean of the USA College of Medicine, Jimmy Shumock, the Chair of the USA Board of Trustees, Governor Kay Ivey, and Mr. Bert Meisler. Now I ask Rabbi Silverman to come to the podium to deliver the blessing.
Good job. A magnificent day. A magnificent day inside and out. The sun is shining, heralding a new light shining over Mobile. It is no accident that we assemble this day on the first day of Hanukkah, the Jewish holiday whose Hebrew name means dedication, to dedicate this sacred place, to inaugurate this trauma unit in its holy mission to restore life to the injured and the ailing. This trauma center will bring new life to many, named for Fanny, who mothered her family, who sustained her family with love across generations, who loved her Bert beyond description. This new trauma center will bring her legacy of love and her penchant for strengthening life into the fullness of reality. We, gathered in person and also assembled on Facebook, are privileged to dedicate this institution, which will be more than a living memorial to and of Fanny Meisler. This institution will be a magnificent instrument of healing and renewal. Dedicating this center of healing reflects the age-old tradition of Hanukkah, a holiday whose chief observance of candle lighting dispels darkness and promotes light and vision. Last night, Jews the world over and throughout the community of Mobile kindled the first flame of Hanukkah, ushering in a new hope, a hope of light to combat darkness and flame to promote warmth. And it is this practice of dispelling darkness which perhaps led to the exchanging of gifts between loved ones. On this, the first day of Hanukkah, in the year 5781, December 11, 2020, during the Holiday of Lights, we turn in gratitude to Bert for gifting a center of healing to his loved ones and Fanny's loved ones, to the city of Mobile, the community of Mobile, the people of Mobile and beyond. A prayer. Source of life for all, preserve and protect the doctors, the nurses, the technicians, the orderlies, the administrators, and custodians, all those devoted to caring for the sick and injured. Safeguard these giving and generous people devoted to your greatest of all callings, the restoration of health and life. Come close to the ill, the injured, the broken, and their loved ones, as close as the gentle and skilled hands of the doctors and nurses, as close as the giving hearts of all who comprise the staff of University Hospital and the University Health System. Shine your divine light of healing, encouragement, and hope throughout this treatment center. May the extraordinary generosity of Bert Meisler and Governor Ivey and others who have contributed to this trauma center help to bring about healing reflective of the grandeur of your miraculous presence. May this trauma center be the fulfillment of a dream long held, and may we continue to bring to fruition the dream of promoting health and healing for everyone who lives within our community. May the greatest gift of all, the gift of life, be cherished and enjoyed by many generations of citizens of Mobile. And we all say, Amen.
Good morning. Thank you, Rabbi Silberman. That was beautiful. We really appreciate that. I am Owen Bailey, CEO of USA Health, and it really is our pleasure to have you joining us today. You know, we really take social distancing seriously. When's the last time you saw medical professionals up on a roof like that? Some of our best up there. It is a great day for USA Health, and it's a great day for this region of the Gulf Coast. We are the area's only academic health system, and our mission is that we help people lead longer, better lives. It was about 2 years ago, we stood right here on this very spot talking about a facility that would do just that would transform the delivery of emergency medicine and trauma care. We discussed the vision of a state-of-the-art emergency department and a trauma center that would match the world-class care that we already provide through the Upper Gulf Coast region. We have one of the best ER and trauma teams you'll find anywhere, and now we're going to have one of the best facilities. The result of the last 2 years is a 27,000 square foot facility behind me that is nearly 3 times what the space is that has existed for decades for our team right across the parking lot. This Fanny Meisler Trauma Center has 38 exam rooms, 3 trauma bays, and CT and X-ray located not just within the trauma center, but right next to the trauma bays. And there's a number of other patient-centered features as well. And it's a beautiful facility, but I always want to remind us what we celebrate and what we really focus on is what happens with the people inside the facility. The lives that will be impacted, the 30,000 plus patients and their families every year that come through here, and that number will grow. The care that's delivered, the education that's provided, and the teaching and the research that's done. So there are a few people we would like to just recognize this morning and say thanks to, starting with our Governor, Kay Ivey. Governor Ivey. Governor Ivey recognized early on the important role that USA Health plays in the growth of our community, and she provided a $4 million economic development grant to assist in the construction. Governor Ivey, we can't thank you enough for your investment in USA Health and in this region of Alabama, especially with our emergency medicine residency that is producing emergency medicine physicians for the entire state of Alabama. So we appreciate your partnership, and it means more to us than I can even say. I saw that Chief of Staff Joe Bonner is here. Joe, we thank you. Thank you, Joe Bonner, for all that you have done in that process. We appreciate your partnership as well. And Nick Laucus was involved in that effort along with Happy Fulford a few years ago, and we appreciate their work as well. Nick and Happy are part of our government relations team here at USA. To Mr. Bert Meisler. Mr. Bert's a longtime supporter of USA and USA Health, provided a most generous gift of $5 million, and in honor of that contribution, we were very happy to name the facility the Fanny Meisler Trauma Center in honor of Bert's late wife. There's a beautiful portrait of her hanging in the lobby. And some of Bert's family, many of Bert's family are here today, and we appreciate this family. We appreciate what they mean to this entire community and what they mean to USA Health. So thank you, Bert, from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate you. To Ms. Maxie Roberts and the entire board of directors of the USA Foundation, which contributed so much to the equipment purchases for this facility so we can continue to be the preeminent provider of emergency medical care for our community, and importantly, a training site for future generations of healthcare providers. To Maxie and to the staff at the foundation and to the board, we really would not be where we are today in our growth if it weren't for you and your partnership, so thank you so much. To our State Certificate of Need Board and Chairman Dr. Swade and all the members of that board, we thank you for the approval for this project and for you all recognizing the necessity of this project and the need for the provision of health care to this region. And as we continue to grow and have grown with the region, that board has continued to support that effort. Thank you for that. To White Spunner Construction, I saw John White Spunner here. We thank you. They were the general contractor on the project. Thank you, White Spunner. To Hoare Construction, served as construction managers, and to Caldwell and Associates, the architectural firm for the projects. We had a really impressive team that really did some special things here with this project. I want to say a special word of thanks to Sam Dean. Where are you, Sam? Sam Dean is the administrator of this hospital, University Hospital. He's worked tirelessly on this project, worked with our physician and nursing leadership in the emergency department and the division of trauma, just to make the best use of the older unit and also to design this new unit. Sam's leadership here at University Hospital is really, really impressive, and the team he's assembled and what they're doing here in growth and expansion and modernization. You see the scaffolding on the side of the building. We're renovating the 10th and the 11th floors to add more beds, add more capacity. Really appreciate Sam's dynamic leadership. Thank you, Sam. Sam would be quick to give thanks to Ashley Lee and Robert Schwann and the team in the ER for all their assistance. We appreciate them. And I will make a quick comment that the wall around the corner on the north side, if you haven't seen that, it's very special. I think it's going to be a real, an important place in Mobile where we demonstrate the partnership that we have with a lot of the first responders, the EMS community, fire and rescue, the city, the county, et cetera. I think, and that was Sam's vision, to demonstrate that on that front wall, to focus on the partnership that's important as we take care of the citizens of this region. I want to thank several physician leaders, Dr. Ed Panachek, who is chair of the emergency medicine department, Dr. Bill Richards, chair of surgery, and Dr. John Simmons, chief of trauma medicine. This impressive leadership team really helped shape the vision of what we needed in this new facility so that it best meets patients' needs, while also giving our caregivers the best space to deliver the highest quality health care. These physicians and many more physicians than I can name and other leaders on our team are so dedicated to excellence and to outstanding patient care and education and research. Lawrence Gardner, I have to mention Lawrence. Lawrence is back there. Lawrence retired recently. He was the former head of facilities at USA Health and University Hospital. And Lawrence had a long career of impressive facility accomplishments here, Lawrence, and we appreciate that. He ended his career with this project, and you picked a big one to go out on. And we appreciate Lawrence and what he does. And Lawrence, thank you for being here today. We hope you have a happy retirement. Thank you for all your outstanding work and leadership through the years. And if you ever need any good blueberries or blackberries, he has an impressive berry farm. He did not tell me to say that. Thank you, Lawrence. I also want to recognize Bobby Stanford, who joined us this year, and he has taken the baton from Lawrence and pushed this project over the finish line. Thank you, Bobby. So I want to thank you all again for being here, and just in closing, say that, that this facility represents another major step in our recent journey of growth and expansion of USA Health's footprint in the community in the recent years. We've worked very hard to improve access into this system throughout the region with the addition of a number of partnerships with physicians and other providers throughout the community. We're expanding new facilities in West Mobile, in Midtown, and over in Baldwin County. And all of this is to have an eye toward helping people lead longer, better lives, and to focus on the benefits that having an academic health system in your region, what it really means. It's my pleasure now to turn this over to Dr. John Marymont. And before I do that, one final comment. I wouldn't want to miss an opportunity to thank our entire team at USA Health for how they've handled this challenging year of 2020 with the many challenges that come with COVID. And I just can't say enough about our team and how they have risen to that occasion and done incredible things and served with dignity and integrity and with devotion. And we appreciate our team, and we're very proud of you. And now as we move into the from the testing phase, and now that we're into the delivery of vaccines phase. I just appreciate the team we have here and all that they're doing. So I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Marymont. He is our Vice President for Medical Affairs at USA Health and also the Dean of the College of Medicine. He is the university's point person for healthcare. We obviously work very closely together. He is an outstanding leader on our team. He cares deeply about this system and the community that we serve, and he, having a background as an orthopedic surgeon, I think has a great perspective. We've developed, I think, one of the best leadership teams I've ever been a part of that is doing some special things, and I appreciate them as well. So I would thank you for the time this morning, and again, thank you for being here, and I'll turn this over to Dr. Marymont. Thank you.
Thank you, Owen. I too want to thank Governor Ivey, Mr. Meisler, his wonderful family, the USA Foundation, all our donors, and our wonderful, wonderful staff, administrators, nurses, and physicians who have made this facility possible. I would also like to thank Jimmy Shumock, our chairman of our Board of Trustees, the board itself, and USA President Tony Waldrop for their unwavering support. As an orthopedic surgeon, I know the importance and value of having a state-of-the-art trauma facility to serve the needs of our population and businesses in South Alabama. USA Health holds a unique position in our region's healthcare system. As the only academic healthcare system, we have the responsibility for delivering many services not available at community hospitals. Our region's only level 1 trauma center, when people have the most serious of injuries, when time to expert medical care can make the difference between life and death, they are brought here to the Fanny Meisler Trauma Center at University Hospital. This modern facility will improve the education of our residents, medical, nursing, allied health, and vocational students, which further enriches the healthcare delivery system throughout the state and region. Lastly, this facility will enhance our bench and translational research efforts in the area of trauma, burns, and stroke as we continue our mission for people to lead longer, better lives. It's now my honor to ask Jimmy Shumock, our chairman of the board, come up and say a few words. Thank you.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it, having the opportunity to stand here today. It's such a big occasion, and it's great to do this when you know some of the people personally that are contributing and making these things possible. I just really want to note my gratitude to the governor and to Bert Meisler for the support of this facility. But not only that, but just for the overall support of the University of South Alabama. Specifically, Governor, I just want to say again, thank you so much for the gift of the medical school, and thank you for participating in the Brooklyn property matter, because that all of those funds will help make USA exactly what it needs to be, and it means a force and a benefit to our region and our state. And Bert, thank you so much to your family. It's an honor for me to just come up here and share the podium with you today. It's such a great honor to have known you for a long, long time, back when we were playing basketball or really involved in basketball, all the way through today, where we're making a transformational health benefit for the university. I think, Bert, you've probably been, I don't know how long you've been given to the university, but I think you were given even back when your son Alan and I were in high school together at UMS, which is a long, long time ago, by the way. But thank you so much for everything you've done for USA and USA Health. I also think it's appropriate to thank Owen Bailey and John Marymont, the two gentlemen that just spoke. In the past few years, they've been able to really make this academic health system possible and take it to an entirely new level. In leading our health system, these two gentlemen and the team they've assembled are undertaking the task of what it means to be an academic medical center. They've been transforming medicine for our region. Through the delivery of quality care, research and development, new treatments, cures and preventions, and educating the next generation of healthcare providers, They are helping to make our state and our region healthier and stronger. And the Fanny Meisler Trauma Center is just one example of that. Through the years, many people have benefited from the USA Health University Hospital being the only level 1 trauma center, having the region's only burn unit, and being the location for the most advanced stroke care possible. What may not be known is the research that takes place that transforms our lives, not just in healthcare delivery. In addition to gaining information about new practices related to when plasma should be delivered, and much more, providers in the emergency department and trauma center have examined the impact of mentoring youth to help avoid gun violence. All of these things make a real impact to our community. These are truly things that make an overall and lifelong impact to our health. When you look at these impacts and many more, it is easy for each of us on the Board of Trustees to enthusiastically support the efforts of USA Health and all of the things that we're doing in that realm. With that said, it's my distinct pleasure to recognize and invite to the podium Governor Kay Ivey to say a few words.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's good to be back here in Mobile for the second time this month. As everyone knows, this city means a great deal to me. I'm always excited to visit and see the things that are happening down here. Last week, I was fortunate enough to be a part of an event at Brooklyn Aeroplex announcing the city's acquisition of hundreds of acres along Mobile's waterfront. You know, that's a huge deal for our city and our state, and it will play a vital role in the area's continued economic progress, ensuring that Alabamians can experience the beauty and economic vibrancy of Mobile Bay for generations to come. I was especially pleased that my administration was able to work with the city of Mobile as well as Mobile Airport Authority and the University of South Alabama Foundation on this acquisition. Today's grand opening comes just days after my recent announcement that we're investing $50 million of PSCA bond money to build a brand new, state-of-the-art, world-class medical school for the University of South Alabama. You know, this is just proof that great things are happening here in Alabama's port city, and the best is still yet to come. The University of South Alabama is central to much of this growth, and I'm very grateful to the state of Alabama and the city of Mobile have such a strong partner to always rely on. For quite some time, we've all known that there was a real need for expanding the University Hospital's trauma unit to ensure that it could continue to effectively serve the folks that require high quality, reliable emergency health care. Not long after I took office back in 2017, it was apparent that the state should help USA with this important expansion, and we did so from emergency economic development monies. Because the companies that have located in South Alabama and those that will locate and expand in the future are dependent on having a first-class, level 1 trauma center. Whether it's the chemical companies of Highway 43, our steel mills, our shipyards, or our growing aerospace cluster, this facility is essential to Mobile's future growth potential. And that doesn't even count the number of local citizens and frequent visitors along our two major interstate systems that run through South Alabama that need a place of hope and healing like this. Very soon, this incredible level 1 trauma center will begin saving lives of Alabamians and provide the critical care needed to see them through what often amounts to life or death emergencies. From start to finish, this endeavor has been a team effort that required a collaborative effort between the state of Alabama and the University of South Alabama, local government, and our partners in the private sector every step of the way. I'd like to offer a word of thanks to Dr. Tony Waldrop, Dr. John Marymont, Mr. Owen Bailey, the USA Board of Trustees, and everyone that was involved in this project for their hard work and dedication. A special word of heartfelt thanks goes to our friend Bert Meisler, who honored his late wife Fanny with the signature donation that got this all started. Bert and Fanny, as well as others in this community like the Mitchell family, have shown time and time again that an investment in the University of South Alabama is truly an investment in the state's entire future. We are all eternally grateful. So before Bert comes up to say a few words, I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to recognize and thank the incredible doctors, nurses, hospital staff that will be giving all they have to the Trauma Center on a daily basis. On a typical day, these folks have one of the most stressful, demanding jobs of anyone. And there's absolutely no doubt that the challenges of COVID-19 have made everyone's work in healthcare community even more difficult. So please join me in giving a round of heartfelt applause to these incredible miracle workers that do what they do, not just because it's their job, but because it's their calling. Thank you again for having me with you today to celebrate this incredible achievement. May God continue to bless each of you and the great state of Alabama. Now I'd like to welcome Bert Meisler to the podium. Bert.
Benji. What a beautiful day. You know, when I look at you and I think at this moment, with the world of electronics and the world we're living in, Fanny's friends and relatives worldwide are watching this dedication. And I want to thank you, the electronics and the media, whomever is sending it. But it's something they'll be proud and glad to hear about. I'm very proud to be here today to participate in the dedication of the new facility for the university hospital system. It's an honor to have the Meisler name attached to a facility that is a symbol of hope and care for so many people in our community and throughout our region. My brother-in-law, Harold Rips, and I endowed the first chair for the University Medical School in medicine in December 17, 1977, almost right now. A burn and trauma department. Dr. Arnold Ludeman was named professor in residence and served with honor for 33 years until his recent retirement. Last year, the trauma received a national recognition as a level 1 Trauma Center. Bricks and mortar do not make a trauma center, and it is its management, its doctors, its nurses, its staff that have earned us national recognition as a #1 trauma center. And I salute you. And here we are, 43 years later, to be part of the expansion of the trauma center. I want to thank the Governor, Ivey, Dr. Waldrop, the Board of Trustees, and for naming the new facility Fanny Meisler Trauma Center. Thank you for coming.
Well, I think you can sense the excitement from our team, and again, we just thank you all for being here. We think this is truly a great day. We do have a special presentation for the Governor and for Bert and for Lawrence Gardner. So if y'all could at least make your way to this area here. I think Sam is going to coordinate this. Here you go, Governor, right there. I think Sam's got yours.
Show you, this is a picture of the new Fanny Meisler Trauma Center that we had made for the both of y'all, signed by all the very important people that Mr. Meisler mentioned that work in here every day and are so excited about seeing it. And so we wanted to thank y'all and give y'all this to remember it by. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
If you didn't hear this, this is a framed photo of the trauma center and the team, signed by the staff members as well. I think we're going to have the ribbon cutting now. Is that right, Gary?
Just take a second to get everybody into place. Get everybody to have their photo. And on 3, if we can go ahead and cut the ribbon. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. For members of the media who would like to get some interviews, we'll go ahead and get that taken care of as soon as we get a couple more photos taken. We can go ahead and do that over here on the north side. And that way we can go from there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.